International Day of Awareness of Food Loss and Waste is celebrated on 29th September. The observance of the first International Day of Awareness of Food Loss and Waste on 29th September 2020 will make a clear call to action for both the public and the private sectors to bolster efforts to reduce food loss and waste towards ensuring food security for all and particularly the most vulnerable impacted by COVID-19 pandemic.
Few issues have generated as much public interest in recent years as food loss and waste, but why it is important to reduce food loss and waste. Reducing food loss and waste can bring about benefit to society as a whole, can result in increased food availability to the most vulnerable, reduce pressure on land and water resources, increase productivity and economic growth.
How can we stop food waste? India is a country in which many people do not have enough food to eat. Around the world, 5 million children die each year because of hunger and lack of enough food. In a world of plenty, a huge number go hungry. This is not because there is less food produced in the world, but because those who have food have a lot of it and those who do not have nothing. Stop wasting food so that there is enough for everyone and so government can make it possible for all children to eat.
Why is food wastage considered a problem? Food wastage is considered a problem because loss of food means resources like water and soil nutrition are lost as well as money is lost. Loss of food creates food scarcity. It means that poor people around the world are deprived of food because the cost of available food increases.
What are the ways you can stop food wastage in your home? Shop smartly. Buy only what you need and plan how long it is for. When eating, don't serve extra. Although sometimes eating leftover is not good, some food can be reserved if they are good to eat. Store food properly in proper refrigeration airtight container. Now let's take a look on what students think about this day.
On today's note, I, Abhinandan Mukherjee, second year student of Dr. Sudhir Chandra Sur Institute of Technology and Sports Complex, would like to request all of you please not to waste food, because you may have excess amount of foods, but there are so much families who hardly manage a meals a day. So please don't waste your food. In that case, if you have excessive food, you can donate them who is needy, but don't waste food. Please preserve the food in proper way, or otherwise you can recycle it, but don't waste food. This is my today's message. So make the world food waste free and make the world malnutrition free and make the world happy. Thank you so much.
Food is an important substance which gives nutrition to all living beings on the earth. If maintained and distributed properly, everybody can take the food without getting hungry. But the human tendency of wasting the food does not let this happen, leaving half of the world hungry. Food waste increases the chance of global warming. After being dumped, the wastelands it emits methane gas, which is absorbed in nature and causes global warming. The Food and Agriculture Organization in 2017 estimated the 190.7 million people are undernourished in India. They don't receive even one time of food. Some innovative organizations pick up all the leftover food after the parties and provide it to the homeless and hungry children.
Food producers can solve 100% of their food waste problems by simply organizing an effective compositing strategy, and doing so not only eliminates waste, it also saves you money because you don't need to outsource your composite production. When excess foodstuffs are still safe to eat, they can be given to the hungry and the poor who find it difficult to afford sufficient food in today's high-priced economy.
Stop wasting food. Before you complain about the taste of your food, think someone who has nothing to eat. Feel what it's like to truly starve, and I guarantee that you will forever think twice before wasting food. Don't waste food because someone is sleeping empty stomach. Don't waste food because so many poor hands waiting for it. Don't waste food because it's like wasting one of the most precious things given by God to us. So, let's unite our hands against wasting food, and instead of throwing foods, let's serve to those who really need that. Start preserving food from today. Thank you.
Everybody will accept that food is a basic need. But for me, it is not just a primary factor for survival. It is one of the things I love very much. The flavor, the texture, and the aroma of food do have an impact on my mood. I feel happy when I eat good food. I believe that food reflects one's personality. The different flavors in food are analogous to different aspects of life. Like, we all have sweet and bitter moments at times. I relate food lovers with creativity and innovation. I consider them to be more happy than non-foodies. I relate foodies with people who have the notion of living life to the fullest. I will not tell you more than not to waste food on this occasion of Food Awareness and Conservation Day. But I will tell it through a story. A few days back at night, I left from a meal and there was a homeless man asking for money outside of our colony. I said to him, "I have some food for you. I could give it to you." He replied, "I don't want your food." Then I walked away thinking, this guy doesn't want my food. All he wants is money. He is probably not hungry, or he is gonna use the money on alcohol or something else, and I caught myself in my thoughts. But the only person who can answer why he doesn't want my food is he himself. So I walked back to him a little annoyed and I said, "Why don't you want my food?" He walked to his shopping cart and took out a bag and said, "I already have enough food. If I was to take your food in addition to the food I have, there is no way I would be able to eat it all, and some of it would get thrown away." He further added, "Living the life that I live, I will never ever throw away food." I got speechless and having so many emotions running inside. In buffet, we took plate and just fill it. We are not worried. Why? Because it's just a buffet. We fill it like a mountain, and what we eat, one or two things, and we left and we are gone. What did we take it for? We paid for it. But seriously guys, that doesn't justify the wastage. When you waste food, someone somewhere dies of hunger. Hundreds and thousands have toiled under the scorching sun of summer to grow the food which we eat comfortably. So please, and please again, don't misuse food. Save food and save life.
On this auspicious day, me, Rikta Pal, and Ankush Sharma of EC 3rd year and Spandana of EC 2nd year are going to take the initiative to save food on behalf of EC Department of Dr. Sudhir Chandrasur Institute of Technology and Sports Complex. Our aim is to initiate a food campaign with the use of leftover food contributed by the students' canteen of our college.
It seems that many students and college staffs leave their food or simply throw it away when they can't finish it. Excess food is always wanted by us, whereas on the other hand, there are many people who don't even get a proper 2-square meal a day. Considering such problems of both the opposite ends, it's high time that we do something to give a perfect meaning to the celebration of International Day of Awareness of Food Loss and Waste.
So So let's take an eye on our proposal concept. The department is celebrating the International Day of Awareness of Food Loss and Waste, under which we want to propose for a food campaign comprising of the leftover foods of its college students and staffs. Canteen that would be used for executing the following purposes: over foods for distributing it to the needy slum and poor people, set up a food bank in college campus, using waste foods as the manure for gardening, stray animal feeding.
So, what will be the benefit of this campaign? There are several benefits. We will no longer need to leave or throw away our food if we can't finish our complete breakfast, tiffin, lunch, snacks, or dinner. Excess food will go to needy people who don't get to have enough food in a day. Organic gardening can be done in our college campus. Feeding and speechless and innocent stray animals will surely develop humanity in our students and college staff.